Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tomorrow is the 5th of February 2024, and that also means we get a brand new event on Pokemon Go. This time round it's a Lunar New Year event, so we have this every year, and this time it is Dragons Unleashed, and that's obviously because it is the year of the dragon. So to quickly look at this, we're going to have a look at this infographic brought to you by the Pokégo Hunter. You can find him on social media, Twitter and Instagram. His tags are at the bottom of the page, so big shout out to the Pokégo Hunter. But looking at this, the standout is that shiny Drampa being released. Drampa, in fact, debuts on Pokemon Go during this event, and it can be shiny straight from the off. Similar to Turtonator and Drugdagon, it goes into 3-star raids, as you can see here, and it is available shiny straight away from the event starting, which is really, really cool. Also, it is available in field research tasks as well. So Drugdagon and Turtonator both available in field research tasks, which is a really, really, not easy, but a cool way of getting them because you don't have to keep raiding all the time. So it is an added bonus way of getting them. Let's quickly look through the other bonuses we get during this event as well. We have increased chance for lucky Pokemon in trade. So that's just doing normal trades with somebody that you're not lucky friends with. It has an increased chance of going lucky. So that's really, really cool. Increased chance to become lucky friends. So this is a really, really cool bonus to get. Obviously, lucky friends in Pokemon Go means that you get a guaranteed lucky trade with a friend. So it's really, really cool way of getting lucky legendaries or lucky decent shiny Pokemon, especially if they're quite meta relevant. So really, really cool way of doing it. And also, if we quickly look back at the previous ticket that was available at the start of this month, at the start of February, we had the Expedition Access Pass, which meant for $5 you could buy and you could get a single-use incubator from each stop. But also, if we look down here, we get open up to 50 gifts per day. We also receive up to 150 gifts from gyms and Pokestops, and we also hold up to 40 gifts in your item bag. So all those are big increases from what we currently can do without this pass. And that ties in to this event here that we get tomorrow, this increased chance to become lucky friends. Obviously, the more interactions you can do per day, the more gifts you can send, the more gifts you can receive, and also the more gifts you can open. All increase your chance to become lucky friends with all your best friends on Pokemon Go. So it's a really, really cool way of doing it. So if you haven't already brought that pass, that $5 pass, it is worth it, especially with all those incubators that you get, and also the 3 times XP and 3 times Stardust from your first catch of the day. So that's really, really cool. But also, we have increased candy chance and candy XL chance from nice, great, and excellent throws. So to see the benefits of these, we're going to go through quickly the wild spawns that I think are probably worth catching during this event. Obviously, you can see the wild spawns on my screen there, but in terms of catching, the only really good one to go out for there is Dratini if you want a meta-relevant Pokemon. Obviously, Dratini does have a Shadow form as well, so Shadow Dragonite is quite good as a dragon Pokemon, but there is a lot of more dragons released in the game now as to when first the Dragonite was released. So even its shadow form doesn't hold too much play. But if you are struggling for your dragon teams on Pokemon Go, then it was probably worth trying to max out one of those, because the wild spawns, it's going to be really easy to get it during this event. Skrelp is also a standout wild spawn. It didn't have its it had its shiny released in Pokemon Go Fest, or just before Pokemon Go Fest last year, and it's not really been around much events ever since. So the shiny Skrelp is one of the ones that I'm going to be going after during this event. So it's really, really cool to see that in the wild again. It's like I say, it's not been featured many times before. And then field research tasks. This is where we'll probably get more meta-relevant Pokemon appearing. So Dratini, obviously, again there, like I say, if you want to go for those dragon Pokemon, Dratini is one that you could probably get and make your dragon squads a little bit better, but there is now better dragon type Pokemon in the game. We also have Swablu, obviously has a dragon mega evolution as well, so Altaria Mega evolves, and in terms of Mega Altaria, it's not super useful, but obviously if you do use Altaria in a PvP, it might be a chance of getting a decent one for PvP. Gibble appearing in a while, appearing on field research tasks as well. My advice with Gibble and with Dratini would be to wait for the Community Day moves to come back around. So maybe a future event might mean that you can get Dratini, evolve him all the way, and he learns Outrage, which was his old Community Day move. That is definitely the best move for Dragonite. And with Gibble, Earth Power as a ground type move is a really good ground type move. In fact, Mega Garchomp is second in the rankings as a ground type Pokemon in PvE, and Shadow Garchomp is third in the rankings as a ground type in PvE. So Garchomp really holding itself as a ground type in PvE, but like I say, you need that Earth Power ground type move, which was a Community Day move for it. So if you do get a decent Gibble, keep hold of it. Don't evolve it during the event. Wait until there's an event where you can get Earth Power, because it will definitely be worthwhile doing it then. Or if you want to evolve it, then you might have to use an Elite Charge TM to get that Earth Power move if you want it straight away. Doromoka appearing in a while. Fire Doromoka, that had a boosted event just after the New Year, so that's been around quite a few times. Obviously, like I say, Drugzagon, Turtonate and Drampa all appearing on field research, which is really cool to get those cool way to get those shinies without having to use loads of raid passes. Goomy, I think Goomy is going to have a Community Day, and I think it's going to be this June. If you look at all the Community Days we've had in the past, June, it's always been a Dragon-type Pokemon. The likes of Dratini was in June, when Community Days first came round. We had Gibble in June, we had Dino in June. All the June Community Days in the past few years have been Dragon-types. So Goomy being released in Go Fest last year, I think it's going to have a Community Day move, a Community Day in June this year, which leads me on to say that it's going to have a Community Day move as well. So I don't know what the Community Day move will be, but it might be a decent Dragon move, which might make Goodra a really good Dragon type on the game. So I can only hope for that. So fingers crossed with that. So my tip would be for Goomy is to get a good one during the event. If you can on field research tasks, obviously you hold a better chance of getting a good one from field research tasks. If you manage to get a decent shiny even, then don't evolve him just yet. Wait until June if you can. If you can stop yourself from evolving him during the event, then that'll be even better. But wait until June, get that Community Day move for him, because it might turn out to be a really good Dragon type in the game. Tyrant, same again. It had a shiny release middle of last year during the Adventure Week, but unfortunately it's not been on too many events since then. So it is a really good way of getting it. And also Tyrant's evolved form Tyrantrum is actually quite a good rock type Pokemon to have. So if you are looking out for a rock type Pokemon, obviously Rampardos and Cranidos is up there as the best, but Tyrantrum isn't too far off. It probably sits at about seventh best rock type in the game. So if you are looking for rock types, if you struggle to get any decent shadows or anything like that, then Tyrant is actually a really good one to go for. And obviously its shiny is really cool as well. Obviously, like we said before, Skrelp is a shiny release that was available just before Go Fest. So to get that on field research tasks, hopefully get a good one as well, is a really good way of doing it. And also we have Dino. So Dino has an awesome Community Day move. We had Brutal Swing with Hydreigon. So Dino is definitely worth getting a good one of. And like I said to you before, it is worth getting that Community Day move as well. So waiting off until you can get an event where you can get Brutal Swing on Dino or on Hydreigon when you evolve him is definitely worthwhile. So that will be my top tips during the event. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this Lunar New Year event. I'm really looking forward to the shiny Drampa being released, and obviously the wild spawns, I'm definitely going to be going after that Skrelp. Jangamo, obviously, unfortunately, can't be shiny yet, so that's a bit of a disappointment, but I can only guess that that's going to be the featured Dragon Pokemon of this year's Go Fest later in the year, and therefore it might have a Community Day in June 2025. But let me know what you think of this event in the comments below. There is also a global challenge, Dragons Unleashed. As you can see there in the bottom, we get 6 additional wild spawns, 2 additional raid bosses, and also 5 exclusive moves. So that might mean that you get those exclusive Community Day moves on those field research Pokemon and wild spawn Pokemon that I've been talking about. So keep an eye out for that when those get released, because I'm quite sure we will be able to do those global challenge. But let me know in the comments below, like as well on the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.